Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Minnesota Twins going up against the New York Yankees. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you, and singing the big bat in the lineup so far this year. DJ LeMahieu leads the team at OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher.
Just about ready to roll. Our starting pitcher in this one, Nestor Cortez Jr.
Yeah, it was nails last time out, worked deep into the ball game, racked up double-digit strikeouts. We'll see if he can repeat that performance in this one.
All right, ready to go here. Christian Vasquez, the hitter.
For Minnesota, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
The line to kick the pitch. In for a strike, and we're underway.
Ah, このピッチャーか。
The 0-2. And there's a ball.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
In the air, center field. Bader should have it. And there's one down. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Hit hard, base hit. Around first, heading for two. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of getting the other way.
Here's Donovan Solano. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Runner at second here, one gone. So now 1-2.
1-2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
One, two now. Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And here comes Carlos Correa, leading the AL in batting average. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Hurt yourself swinging at that and missing.
Runner at second, two down.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
That misses the zone.
One
and
ball.
That's ball
Two
one.
strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and the inning is over. One left for Minnesota. And now the Bombers will get their shot No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium. And on the hill, Bailey over. What do we have on him?
Yeah, Bogey got the win last time out. Worked deep into the ball game and scattered a couple of hits. You can expect him today to try to match that performance of his last time out.
Bottom of the first. Now it's going to be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
うわー、俺こっちもレジェンドになってる。ついに最高難易度へ。
And a foul ball. Kiner-Falefa started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing.
Batting second.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit.
DJ LeMahieu.
Pitch misses inside, and that is ball one. Singing DJ LeMahieu earned a pretty cool distinction when he won the American League batting title with the Yankees in 2020. He became the first player in the modern era to win a batting title in both leagues. Remember, he won with the Rockies the batting title in the National League in 2016.
Every now and then you'll see a right fielder try to throw out that runner at first. The hitter, he takes offense to it.
Well, nobody ever tried to throw you out at first.
Just the second base.
Runner on the go. And Judge spoils that one. Next pitch is outside. Swings through that one out in front that time.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Batting fourth.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one's in there, 0-1. LeMahieu, the runner at first with two gone. That's off the mark. It's a ball and two strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
意外と振って
Yanks
くれ
lead
るな。
one. We played an inning, no score. And welcome back. And now the DH, Kyle Farmer.
Hitter, Kyle Farmer.
Here comes a pitch. In there at the knees for a strike. Cortez, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a two-seamer. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent. Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see these guys a lot. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
Here's Byron Buxton. First pitch, and he just misses. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And a 1-2. Now pop up on the infield. Torres calls it in, and there's one away.
Batting second, the first baseman, Jose Miranda.
Jose Miranda, the next to hit. Didn't play in last night's game. A little breather for him. In there for strike one. No score here in the second. Swings and misses. 0-2.
いや、際どいな。
And now 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The pitch. And that's outside.
2-2.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him swinging.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Royce Lewis. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And a base hit up the middle. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
He was all over that one. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Trevor Larnach. Ball 1, no strikes. Kicks and deals.
No, inside.
And a swing and a miss there.
2-1.
Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Next pitch is outside. Christian Vasquez up next. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So the batting order turns over. So here's Christian Vasquez. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. Rips that one center field. Bader makes the catch, and that is that. Twins leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at Yankee Stadium, here comes Gleyber Torres. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
And a pitch. That one missing inside. Torres, a guy the Yankees acquired for Aroldis Chapman back in 2016.
He is fearless. You can't tell if he's been in this league for 8 years or 2 years.
And the 1-0. And that one off the outside edge. Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. There's the strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
Kicks and fires. Pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. Out to short. Correa over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
怪我ピッチャー怪我したのか。いきなり怪我か。緊急やな、これまた。いきなりか。
Kenta Maeda will take over here. This is his third time out this year.
Now pitching for Minnesota, number 18, Kenta Maeda.
Now it's Josh Donaldson's turn to hit. Hitless last night, and they only scored 1 run.
5.1 か。
That misses, and it's 1-0. Maeda, he's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
Gonna count 1 and 2. Got to be clever too when you don't have that lights out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is. Stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
One down, base is empty. There's a line drive to left field. Buxton puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Harrison Bader stands in now and watches strike one. To the right side. And that one handled. Fires over to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We'll move to the third with no score.
いや、動いてるか。大丈夫か。
Back in the Bronx, on to the third inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Joey Gallo. Gallo in his 7th season, 29 years old, and he's a former Gold Glover in the American League. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Guy out there sees a power hitter take that kind of swing. He's got to be thinking, is this guy trying to set me up? Now let's see if he can make an adjustment.
Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Got it by him for the K.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Bounce to third. And that quickly, 2 away.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Here's Carlos Correa. He's 0 for 1. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And that's in there for strike 1.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
The pitch. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Top of the third, no score. This one popped up.
どん詰まりか。
And it falls. And that keeps the inning alive. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singing, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
Farmer at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Hit by a pitch his first time up. And fouled off. Correa leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Twins wind up stranding 1. Still no score. Back for more from the Bronx. Here's Jose Trevino.
The catcher, Jose
Maeda back to work.
Trevino.
Jose Trevino singing a Gold Glover and a guy that really does a great job presenting the ball.
Yeah, breakout year in 2022. Led all catchers with 21 defensive runs saved.
The pitch. On the ground. Lewis throws to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Oswald Peraza.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswald Peraza. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Maeda, 6'1" righty. He features a slider, a splitter, a four-seamer, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. The wind of the pitch. And that skips in the dirt. And a ball evens the count.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
意外と抑えれ
Just
るもん
great
やな。
bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Connor Falefa stands in with two away as he takes a ball. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next
Ball
pitch
3.
misses, and that's ball
3
3.
balls, 1 strike.
And the righty deals.
High,
That's in
2.
there.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets it 1, 2, 3. So the Yanks go in order, and we're still knotted at 0. Back in New York, new inning getting started. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton.
And a pitch.
High.
And that clips the inside corner.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average.
Ball
And
1.
that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this
1
point.
ball,
Well,
1
these
strike.
Twins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside
No,
the
that's a
zone, and
ball.
those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swings and misses.
2-2.
And the count is even 2-2. Back foot
Yeah,
slider
come on,
ties
yeah.
him up, struck him out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
1-0.
Miranda in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. On the ground to third.
No.
Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one.
The
Ripped
batter,
it down the line.
the third
Nice
baseman,
job of staying in his
Royce
mechanics.
Lewis.
And now for the Twins, Royce Lewis. And he's already singled in this game. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Miranda leads off first with 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. The pitch. Hard hit left side.
取られるか。
Fired to second.
That's it out.
Double play.
Got him. That's it
What
out.
a twin killing to end the inning.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Bottom of the fourth, DJ
Leading off
LeMahieu
for
will
the
get things
Yankees.
going.
The third baseman, DJ
And the pitch.
LeMahieu.
See DJ
No
LeMahieu,
ball.
really good
One
hitter,
strike.
but as well defensive versatility. And fittingly enough, he's the first winner of the Gold Glove Award that went to a utility player. He won it in 2022 in the American League. To the right side, Solano gathers and throws to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Judge batting for the second time, and that's strike one. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
That one
誰も
sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting.
One
The
gone
designated
runner at
hitter,
first. And here is Giancarlo Stanton.
Benton.
That one's in there, 0-1. And there's the strike.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind
わお。
as to the conviction in the call.
And they take care of
That's an
Stanton for the out. Here is
Now
Gleyber
batting.
Torres.
The
0
second
for 1
baseman.
so far.
Gleyber Torres.
Flips the corner. And that is strike one.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all three swings.
The next offering misses. And that's ball one.
One ball. Two strikes.
2 outs and one in scoring position. That
2-2.
misses the zone. The count now 2-2. Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. On to the top of the fifth we go. We're tied, 0-0. Back here in New York, we go to the top of the fifth. And now for the Twins, Trevor Larnach.
Trevor Larnach.
The wind of the pitch. And that is cut on and missed. Strike one. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, we can
ball.
see him
2 strikes.
muscle up a little bit. He's trying to hit the ball a mile. Got to make sure that he stays within himself so that those mechanics can allow him to hit the ball a long way.
ポップアップ
走るか抜くか。
Torres puts it away for the out. One down. Here's Christian Vasquez.
Up next for Minnesota, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
わお。ファールか。
The 0-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Just missed.
It's a good take.
That's
どん
towards
詰まり。
center.
あ、落ち
And
る
it
んだ。
falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Hitting is really easy for
Don't
some guys.
do
One
it.
thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it
出
great,
入り
it's
がで
still
も
hit
激
hard
しいもん
enough
な。
to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
On the ground left side, 6.
またダブルプレー。
3. But he beats it. Good hustle. And the inning continues. So up next for Minnesota, Donovan Solano. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Connor Falefa makes the grab on the run. One left for Minnesota, and we are still scoreless. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and stepping in for the Yankees, Josh Donaldson. Josh Donaldson, a guy who was originally drafted by the Cubs and went to the A's in the Rich Harden trade. Early in his career, he actually played third base and caught. He got a chance to catch the big league level with Oakland a little bit early in his career. And that one fouled off.
Yeah, but one thing I remember about Josh Donaldson is he was one of the first guys when we started talking about, launch angle and bat coming through the zone, being level, being flat, all of those things that are just commonplace today. Well, he was kind of one of the first guys that really started to break that down.
Next pitch misses way outside. Here's a 2-2. Good eye right there. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that well.
And now Bader up to the plate. Grounded out his first time. Runner takes off. That one the other way. Takes it to the bag himself and doubles him off.
The catcher, number 39, Jose.
And next for New York, Jose Trevino. First time up, he grounded to
見
third.
事にダブルプレー。
That one's in there, and that's
No
strike
ball.
one.
One strike.
Check swing, and he held up.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Struck him out
意外と
swinging.
抑えれるもんや
Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Sixth inning coming up. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Top 6. And the batter will be the shortstop, Carlos Correa. And a pitch. Correa measures 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds, and he took home a Gold Glove in 2021.
まだないんや。すごいな。
And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
And that one in the air center field. Bader should have it. Puts it away for the out. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Farmer in his 5th season, 32 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That's out to
い
center
や
field.
ー、これは勝利。
Snags it for the 2nd out.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. Looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Buxton stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
1-0.
And there's a foul ball. That one misses. And that's ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
89投げてるの。結構投げてはるな。
Swung on, belted. That's back.
のりんか。
Pulls it in on the warning track. 3 up, 3 down that time. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. And we still have no score. Back in the Bronx, where we go bottom 6. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswald Peraza. Saying he's 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in 1 game, and before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan, and he said to me, "Hey kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Righty to the plate. And it finds its way through for a hit. So the runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa stepping in now for the Yankees. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
Trying to move him over here. Miranda. A flip to the pitcher covering. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. Good contact guy, good defender.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. Base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And a base hit into right. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. On the board first, it's 1-0.
I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Judge rips that one. Pulls it in on the run. And there's 2 away. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First offering misses the mark. Stanton, a guy capable of hitting it a long way.
Oh, you can tell how comfortable he is. Look at that front foot on the line as he is close to the plate. But he can be very quick to a pitch that is down and in.
Ball and 2 strikes.
No.
Good job at damage control right there. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Minnesota Twins baseball on the show North. We go to the top of the 7th, and now for the Twins, Jose Miranda. The line to kick the pitch.
Ball.
The pitch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
And a count 1-2.
なんやかんやもう7回か。
And that's counted
まだ投げんの
away.
この人。もう変えてもええやろ。
Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. You've got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you've got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
いや
In the air,
ー、まあ
out
それは
towards left center. Racing, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And now it's going to be Trevor Larnach.
Trevor Larnach.
うんうんうん。
First
Ball
pitch
1.
doesn't find the zone.
If you're the pitcher,
1-0.
you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Next offering is fouled back.
Just 1 out away from 7 strong innings and just at 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
The tying run at the plate. And
Ball
it's even
2.
up.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look.
すごい。
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. So he's
Ladies
gotten
and gentlemen,
deep
please
into
join
this
us
game.
for the traditional
And at least so
7th inning
far,
stretch.
not showing a ton of signs of fatigue. Bottom of the 7th, Gleyber
Leading off
Torres
for
up to the
Yankees,
plate.
The second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
The right-hander back to work. And that one fouled off.
うん、黄色くなったら変えるか。あ
And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Sorry,
And that's going to roll to the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top
Your
of it.
attention,
Caleb
please.
Thielbar
Now
into the
pitching
game.
for the
He's pitching on 2 days
Number
rest.
56, Caleb Thielbar.
Here's Josh Donaldson. Swings through that
No
one.
ball.
0-1.
Strike.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already,
Ball.
and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout.
Now
And there's one away.
Center fielder,
And now the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Bader.
ああ、
In the
やっても
dirt. And no movement on the bases. It's ball 1. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Torres, the runner at second with one away. This to
い
third.
やー、弱い
And
け
he
ど、
gets by him.
やばい。
Torres around third. He's
どうし
safe.
た。あー、何なのかい。
Picks himself up an RBI. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat
微妙
control.
なとこ
It
や
kind
な。
of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to
際
get him
ど
in
いけ
motion.
ど手の方がハイハイか。
One down. And up next for New York, Jose
や
Trevino.
られたか。
Now time is called here. Pitching coach on his way out to the mound. In there, and it's 0-1. There's a strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
At the belt and fires. Got him.
あー、
And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 2. And it's fouled away. Oh, 1 down. And ball 1.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
This one in the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. And here it comes.
いや
Ground ball up the middle.
ーと、
The underhand flip. They get the force. Third out, and that ends the frame. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show.
ハリソン・ベイダーか。
For the top of the 8th,
な
and
ん
now
と
it's
か打ち
Christian
たいけど、打
Vasquez.
てんし、まだ投げんの、この人。どこまで投げる気や、こ
Cortez back to work. Fouls one off out of
れ。
play.
投げ
Back
す
to our
ぎちゃい
left.
ますの、この人。やってる割に変えへんのか。
Strike 2.
They haven't scored yet in this
打たれる
game,
ま
and
で
with
投
that
げるか。
swing, definitely trying to get on the board. That's the way guys go about their business today.
And the next
1-2.
pitch is way outside.
大喜利の4万か。
And he deals. And it goes
Ah.
just foul. Up
い
the
や
middle.
ー、集まってる。
Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air.
Now
Lets the
batting.
defense
Gallo
work behind him with
Gallo
another ground ball.
Joey.
Good execution.
Gallo.
Gallo now in the box.
0-1.
Comes up empty with a swing there. 0-2 as he waves it
タイ
down.
ミングが
Man,
悪
he
い。
is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of
タイム
the sink
か。
of his body. That's his fifth strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So
49
hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
So now pinch hitter for Minnesota, Jorge Polanco, trying to get something going for him with 2 away.
Jorge Polanco.
And the first
1-0.
offering is not close. That one
ちょっと
foul
ボール
off.
臭いな。インコース投げへんと振ってまう
Here
な。
comes a pitch. That
No.
misses. 2 balls and a strike. That one
いや、
pushed
あれも
foul.
ボールやな。
2-2.
あー、また。
In the dirt. Throw to first in time.
結局
So
8
the
回ま
drop
で
third
抑えられ
strike
て
doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Staying in the game on defense, Jorge Polanco. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base.
Number 11.
Back to the top of the lineup, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa
No,
up to
that's
the
a
plate.
ball. Too low.
First pitch, and he just misses. That one is upstairs. Fought off foul. Two 1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. And now the lefty
いや
in the dirt. Vasquez to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Third baseman.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu.
Mayhew.
There's the strike.
Some guys are just more confident. They can track
No
that
ball.
first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Started to
One
swing,
more.
止
held
まっ
up.
てんのあれ
Kicks and fires. This one smacked out to left center. Makes a nice running catch. And there are 2 outs. Here comes Aaron Judge. 1 for 3.
Aaron.
And he swings and misses at the initial
振り
offering.
方がやばわ
Missed
あ
to center field
怖っ
and makes the
な
grab.
んと
And
か
that's the
抑え
inning.
たかさあラス
Looks
ト
like
か
he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. We're
Your
back.
attention.
It's the
Yeah,
top of the
right.
9th.
Yeah,
Anderson,
okay.
the pitcher on the mound. Clay Holmes.
I think closer has to be one of the
Close
toughest
in
jobs in
time.
baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing
Oh
seems to
my
be high
God.
pressure, this one included. We'll see
さ
if he can
あ
wrap up
変
the
わっ
win and
た
get
けど
himself a
シ
save.
ンカースライダーか
Correa.
The pitch. Correa, the
1-0.
next to hit, takes ball 1. Next pitch is outside.
Now you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Next one misses, and that's ball 3. So definitely a little wild right out of
真
the
ん
gate.
中
Well,
今
it could be a
回
little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see
い
how this
や
at
ー
bat
ギリ
turns out.
入ってんのか
Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1. Fouled off. He was late. Payoff pitch.
いや
Popped up.
ーしまったか
Calls it in for the out. Kyle Farmer, the next twin up to hit.
Kyle Farmer.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Holmes, a 6'5" righty, 245 pounds, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Right-handed reliever, cut on and missed 96
1
of that
strike.
fastball.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. This one in the
おっ
air
と
right
こ
field.
れは抜けるやろおっし
And
ゃ
an automatic double now as it hops the wall
今
and
のもなん
foul
か取り
ground.
そうな
Well, that
勢い
was
や
a circus type play right there. First, it started with a bad angle, and then needing to jump to try to get up and make the catch. Just a bad look all the way around.
And next for Minnesota, Byron
さあ
Buxton.
変える
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Flied out to the warning track.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Michael A. Taylor. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. First offering misses the mark. Delivers outside. Righty delivers. And now 2-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Fly ball out to center field. Bader pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Next to hit, Jose Miranda. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
They say a 1-1. Next offering misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Bats to the left side. Throw to first, out ball game. And the Yankees use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, Blue, 4 games isn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. To turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
このなんか詰まったあたりで結局点が入ったな。で、このタイムリーか。まあ、これでまた負けつも、まだ貯金が10か。まあまあ、そんな連続で勝てるほど甘くもないか。よいしょ。さあ、では。